Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, one and all. Oh, I've got the ball tracking on the wrong game, haven't I? How are we doing, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you all. Let's, there we go. That's what we want. Marvellous. There we go. How's it going? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me and if everything's good. Also, let me know what we're saying on this game as well. Got a little poll roll in, and interested to hear from you guys who's going to win this one today. Don't forget, of course, as always, smash that like button and hit subscribe as well. We're on the road to 850 is our new little goal, our new mini target on the road to 1,000. We've got 50 to go, but hopefully we'll get there in the not too distant future. Looking forward to this one. I'll tell you what, we are not tight on time, but certainly time is ticking on. So let's have a little look at the teams, shall we? For Scotland this afternoon, we've got Schumann in at loose head, George Turner in. I'll tell you what, let's go that way. Let's fix that a little bit as well. There we go. Now you can see what I can see. Marvellous. George Turner in at hooker. Xander Fagerson in at tight head. Into the second row, we've got Sam Skinner and Grant Gilchrist. Onto the back row, Jamie Ritchie, vice captain, alongside Hamish Watson. And in at 8, Matt Fagerson. Into the back row, Ali Price, Finn Russell, another vice captain. And on the blindside wing, we've got Duan van der Merwe, the beast that is. Into the centres, Sam Johnson and Chris Harris. Onto the open side wing, we've got Darcy Graham. And skipper, as always, from Exeter Queefs, Stuart Hogg. Marvellous. Oh, I'm so sorry. I lost you all for a second. I do apologise. I went to the wrong screen. What, Joey? Right, on to Australia. We're just doing the anthems at the minute. Into the forwards. Then we've got James Slipper, Fanega, Alan, Alalatoa, Rory Arnold, Rodder, Rob Leotoa, Michael Hooper, captain, and Valentini shores things up at 8. Onto the backs, we've got Nick White. In at 10, James O'Connor, Jordan Patea, Hunter Pace. All the way through Super Rugby, I couldn't pronounce this one, and it used to wind me up. Paisami, Ikatawa in at 13, Tom Wright at 14, and at fullback, Andrew Callaway. Magic. We got through it. There we go. Right, we're just having a flower of Scotland. And while we're doing that, we will notify people that we are live. Because that's always handy, isn't it? What are we saying, by the way, today, people? Who's winning this? Where's your predictions at? We'll see how we get on. Anyway, flower of Scotland. Belting out around an absolutely packed Murrayfield. Beautiful scenes. Scenes you love to see, if you're honest. That's what we want. It's good to have it all back, isn't it? Rugby has been missed. Let me know what you've been up to this weekend as well. Have you had any games? I want to hear about it. Did you play yesterday? I didn't. My wife was in a amateur dramatics show in Lowestoft, so I was travelling around. I drove down to go and watch that and back up with my daughter. And then Friday night, I took her to a fireworks display, which ended in absolute disaster as some clever spark kid decided to fire rockets into the crowd of about 2,000 people. Absolute carnage. But there you go. These things happen. Ooh. That's no good. Oh well. Oh, look at this. I'm on the wrong thing completely. There we go. I'm having a mare today. What a bad start. I do apologise, everybody. Never mind. These things come to try. So, just waiting for things to kick off, and we'll bring you some commentary from the game. I'd much rather have a conversation though, so if you've got something to talk about, got a question, got a topic you want to bring up, then let's hear it. Bring me your thoughts as well over the other games over the weekend. England's annihilation of Tonga, the close and tight game between Wales and South Africa, and even though they won, South Africa are all salty on Twitter. It's bad form, man. I don't get it, but there you go. There we are. That'll do. Right, we are almost ready and underway, and of course, as always, ball tracking is ever so slightly ahead of us. Romain Poit is in charge today, and this is his final test, so no more Romain Poit in the future, which is a bit of a shame, but so we'll try not to mud him too much today. Okay, let's fix this a little bit because it doesn't need to be that big. Right then, so Scotland then with the ball just outside of their own 22, and Finn Russell tries to kick and gets charged down, and it's picked up by the 13, and the poor offload, and Ferguson's able to recover. Ooh, scary moments for Scotland early doors. High risk, low reward, as Scotland just try to recover things a little bit. Dylan! Hey mate, how you doing? Welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Good to see you. How are you? Anyway, Scotland put this up and recover it through Van der Merwe just inside a halfway. Hamish plays 9 as gets it to Finn Russell and slithers through a little gap and gets the offload away. Sat a little bit deeper now after that early charge down. And Scotland then fire this wide to the touchline and hoping to settle down a little bit. It's very... well, that's in at the side all day from Australia, but there we go. They've got away with it, and Scotland just about able to bring it into touch, and that's a great nudge and Great work from Kellaway to keep that in field. It was a 50-22 attempt, I believe. Dylan on the way back from Wales, recovering from Wales, South Africa. Oh, mate, I bet that was a hell of a day out, though. Were you one of the people throwing beer over the streaker? I'm not sure how I feel about that. On the one hand, genius, like how to properly shame a guy. On the other hand, then poor stewards that got absolutely drenched in beer, and the woman steward had a bottle bounced off her head. So I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that, but yeah, looked like an awesome day out, even though it is horrible weather. Anyway, here goes Scotland again then. This time through Darcy Gray. Would have, but no. As Ferguson slips onto Russell, who puts a kick in, and White's there to clean that up. And Australia just slow things down and settle things down. But White's been caught, and illegally by Price and the referee. And Hooper takes a quick tap. Would have, but no. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure most of us probably would have, to be fair. Anyway, that's kicked across to the 22 and gives Hogg a little chance to have a little dance around, and nothing on, so Matt Ferguson has a little go. Beer too expensive to waste. You're not wrong, brother. You are not wrong. I remember last time I went to Twickers. It was 2017, 2018. It was for New Zealand. Yeah, 250 quid on the day. Nothing to show for it. It's like £6 fucking beer. It's ridiculous. Like 60 quid a ticket. No, I think it was 70 quid was the tickets. And then like £6 a beer. Richmond, man. You're like, nah, behave yourself. I'm not like everybody else wearing Barber. Ouch, you're not wrong. Yeah, it was a bit of a stinger. I'm going to South Africa for this Autumn Nations or Internationals, and I'm gonna go a little more steady. Gonna just chill out a little bit. Try not to get into rounds. Rounds are the killer. Right, anyway, Australia have got a penalty. James O'Connor's going to have a little nudge at this. £6 a beer last night. Yeah, every other night in Cardiff, I bet it's half that. I bet half the bars just double the price because it's a match day. Right then. Come on, James O'Connor. Let's have a go, shall we? He's missed it. All that. And he's absolutely shanked it. It's just gone straight. Right. Okay, so Scotland then let off a little bit. And we are back underway. And Hoggy locks it on just outside of his own 22. They got to recover from COVID somehow. Yeah, I suppose. Just not out of my pocket, please. Find some rich person to rob. Right, yeah, knock on by Hogg. He's under a lot of pressure to snaffle that early. Otherwise, he would have been in a 50-50 zone, and yeah, unfortunate. Okay, so yeah, Australia will have the scrum just outside of the 22. Oh. And as always, for the love of God, down goes the scrum. We'll have it reset. I'm sick of first scrums in games. Like, it's an absolute waste of time. You can you wouldn't get odds on... you wouldn't get odds on scrums the first scrum going down and being reset, because it's too much of a dead cert. They had 72,000 attendance at £6 a beer. And Scotland being awarded the penalty here as the loose head goes down. Yeah, but you know they're not just having one beer, Dylan. There's no way they're having one beer. Not a chance. It's big bucks, is what it is. It's a stupid amount of money. Right, anyway, Finn Russell will nudge this downfield, swing his big old fat boot through it, and gets him up just over halfway. The streaker had 14. Just thrown at him. And sexy little play from sexy little play coming in from the line out. Went short to the front man and then popped it back to the hooker, but it was a forward pass, and we'll have a scrum for Australia again. Yeah, just a peeler, comes round the front and then pops it straight back to the hooker, but it is forward. It was a country mile forward. It was almost NFL forward. 6 of us in here. Welcome in, everybody. No likes on the stream yet. Do please feel free to give that like button a little love tap, and it helps out massively on our visibility. So that would be amazing. And if you haven't already, then please go and give us a little sub as well. It's being played at Murrayfield, Dylan. Where's the game being played at? Being played at Murrayfield on Amazon Prime. If you're that interested. Anyway, so the scrum comes out and Price is just about able to get away, and Australia use their forwards. They're really good at using a 41 style play. So four forwards attacks one way and then another the other way, and hello, we got some fisticuffs there. TMO might have a little look at that, because I think there was some Australian elbows being thrown, and Scotland get the penalty and they tap and go, and they're not 10. Darcy Graham there with a front foot ball, and then Schumann has a carry. Hogg stabs one through, and Chris Harris can't quite get there, and Callaway there able to snaffle that up, and that opportunity is now gone and no advantage being played. I don't think the quick tap was really on, as Schumann trying to disrupt this ruck, and Nick White will pop this one up into the autumn sky, and it's knocked on by the Australians, and Van der Merwe's trying to find some space, and he does, and it's been interception, but we're coming back. Wow. Right, this will be interesting. It'd be interesting to see if they come back to that little scuffle. Darcy Graham just can't find... Amazing footwork to beat the first man, and then he's trying to loop it over the top of the 13 and doesn't quite get there, and the interception's made. But lucky for Scotland, because that could have easily been the first points on the board. Don't forget, of course, we have got the poll rolling today. 5 votes on it so far. 60% of you think Scotland's going to win this. just 40% of you think Australia are going to take the honours today. I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure. Australia have found... Like, watching the Rugby Championship at the end of the summer... Oh, what's going on here? We've got a sub coming in. Oh. Oh, George Torner's coming off and tears in his eyes as he leaves the field. So Turner off, Ashman on. It's an injury replacement. And can only hope that it's not as serious as it looks as he walks off the field. Good news is he's walking off the field, but he doesn't look in a good way. And as I say, tears on his face as he leaves. So, sad times. Sad times. Right! Sorry, it just jumped from like super serious to light-hearted and it made me chuckle. Right, okay, so we've got... Oh, for fuck's sake. Scrum goes down. It's a penalty to Australia. I think we've only had one successful scrum out of the 3. There we go. All things even now on the pole. Look at that. Evening it up. Let us know what games you like to watch as well. I know some people are only in for the internationals, and some people are in for the URC, and some people are in for the Prem. We try and cover as much as we can, but if there's games you want watch-alongs for, let me know. Let me know. Right then, Australia slick on the outside and into the Scottish 22 and chopped down by that defensive god that is Chris Harris. Here they come again and using slipper. And it's a shit pass off the base and off his ankles, and it's knocked on, and it'll be a Scottish scrum. This game very wide and open at the minute. Lots of that's what I'm looking for. It's high tempo. It is high tempo, which is interesting because you wouldn't necessarily think that it's going to be high tempo, but it is. I wouldn't say this tempo is going to be maintained though. Right then, so Scotland scrum. What can they do with this? Fleshen! Fleshen's in the house. Welcome in, brother. How are you? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. What you been up to this weekend? What we saying? As Finn Russell and... Wow, hands like dildos from... I'm not sure who that was. I think it was Darcy Graham. But it gets spun out the other side now. And Hogg bounces off the first tackle. And finds a hole. And he's away. Gives a bit of support from Ali Price. And here goes Van der Merwe. Up into the 22. 7 metres out. And somehow they bring Van der Merwe to ground. And then hands all over the ruck. Hands all over in the ruck, and defending side was organised, says the referee, and it was slow ball, so no penalty try, no yellow card. It's just a penalty. Fleshen getting beat by the box. So I think it's coming to all of us, mate. Don't worry about it. There's a reason they're the best team in the world at the minute. Well, I mean, you could argue they're not, because Australia and New Zealand slapped them. Well, they didn't slap them silly, did they? Was in Cardiff last weekend. Ah, Dylan was in Cardiff this weekend. How was it? Was it a good night out? Do you remember anything? I mean, it's not a good night out if you remember anything, is it? Right, here go the Scotland Maul. Ashman at the back of it going, no, get the squeeze on, I want me try. And, hands like dildo. Finn Russell, and he's lost it. And Australia are away now, up to the 10. As Callaway bangs in a kick. Hogg's always going to win this race, but he's under pressure. And he's been sacked in his own dead ball zone and somehow gets it off the floor to Darcy Graham. And the ball was down, says Romain Poit. So it's going to be an Australian scrum 5 metres out. Great. Any link to see the game, please? Nope, it's on Amazon Prime. Go and get yourself a free trial. I don't even know what country you're in. Like, how am I supposed to give you the game? I'll give you the comms. Oh, he's been hard done by. That's never gone to ground. And the TMO has stepped in. So it's going to be a line out. About 10 metres out. Welcome in though, Jacquan. Don't forget, of course, if you haven't already, we're looking for... I think we can be optimistic with this one this week. I'm going to say, I'm going to go big. I'm going to give you a target of 10 likes by half time. What are we saying? Can we manage that? 2 mates had a bust up, a Kiwi and an Englishman. Neither can drink soup. Oh, God. Oh, now it's a scrum now. Da Big! Welcome in, man. I haven't seen you for ages. How are you? Yeah, ball touch. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Ball touches the floor. For the briefest of brief seconds. Maybe touches 2 or 3 blades of grass, and that's about it. How are you, Da Big, man? Good to see you in. Right, Australia have got a scrum 5 attacking. Up the boys in gold. No comment. Hit the poll. Oh, I think you've already hit the poll. At the minute, Australia, 57% of the votes. 43% to Scotland. 14 votes in there. If you haven't voted, get voting. Let's see if we can wiggle those results about. Let's see if you can get it right as well. We'll keep the poll running all the way to the end, so if you can change your mind or whatever. We're on 4 likes as well. Have we got any new subs? That's always the question, isn't it? Should have brought some beers. I might have one for the second half. No new subs. That's okay. Pasami then. And penalty. 7 crawling, says Romain Poit. Should have brought some beers. I might have a beer in the second half. I'm on the old Pepsi Max. Rip. R.I.P. What you R.I.P.ing? What, Pepsi Max? Also, this is Romain Poit's last game. I know, thank God for that. I mean, what a lovely man, and I hope they give him a beautiful send-off at the end. Right. Rip, because I thought we were going to score. Oh, yeah, you weren't going to score. This has halfway got 0-0 written all over it. Like, both teams are trying to play at 20,000 miles an hour and just making silly mistakes in the red zone. Right, so we've got a Scottish line out. Already firing water on board. Somebody must be down or something. Not sure if you could tell. I might have a bias towards Australia. Well, look, I'll allow it because you're Australian. So, I don't mind that. I try not to have a bias for England, but I think who am I trying to kid? Right, we've got about 20,000 water carriers on the pitch. Oh, that's good. That's good. The Discord has just gone. The Discord has just gone in, telling everyone that we're live. We've been live for about half an hour. As again, they get a dodgy line out, but it sort of works in the end, and Ashman's able to find ground, and Ali Price will set the caterpillar and the kick. I'm salivating for England, Australia. I mean, that's going to be tasty. Do you know what? That's the game I tried to get tickets for from my rugby club. Because obviously they get affiliate tickets and whatnot. I tried to get tickets for Australia, and then when they were handing out the tickets to me, I was like, right, I've got tickets for England, Australia. And they went, no, you've got tickets for England, South Africa. It's like the game I don't want to see. It's like the game I don't want to be at. I'd have taken Tonga over that. I really don't want to see South Africa. If I wanted to watch South Africa, I'd have just gone and watched a Sale game. It'd been cheaper. Got a beer going. What are you drinking, Flesham? What's the brew? What are we saying? Talk to me, boys and girls. What are we saying? What's your tipple this afternoon? As Finn Russell gets the offload away. And Scotland get the penalty for offside. And Finn Russell will fire this into the 22. I reckon it's about 7 metres out here. That's a decent nudge. 6 likes on the stream. Let's go. Let's go, people. Oh, and we lost a sub. Orcs. I don't care. 2 Cents Rugby hypothesised England versus New Zealand didn't happen because both rugby unions couldn't agree on how to split the matchday profits. Probably. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Equally, I'm not that interested in seeing England, New Zealand every autumn nations. Advantage coming for Scotland then. About 7 metres out. Penalty given for offside. All offside. What are we going to do? Oh, you're on a brains essay. Let's go. Let's go. I lived in Aberystwyth for a little while. It was every pub was either Brains or Banks's. I loved it. Right, I've gone to the corner. So, big up Scotland on this one. Inconclusive on the poll at the minute. 50-50 across your 18 votes. For us colonials, it's our opportunity to address centuries-long inferiority complex. Just a bunch of convicts, ain't you? So, uncontested maul, and it's a try for Scotland! Oh, it's Hamish Watson! Hamish Watson for the try. Great work. Scotland have been running trick plays left, right and centre at line out, and another one sets the maul. It's borderline truck and trailer, this one. But, yeah. Let's have another look. Yeah. Yeah, that's a truck and trailer for me. I don't think this is going to be... What's Roman Potts saying? Just let me listen a second. The try's going to stand! It's a try for Scotland! Scotland are in the lead! What are we seeing? What are we seeing? Oh, no. Oh, it's Yanis Yonka wants to have a little goosey gander at something. Right. Roman Potts just going up to Hooper. Okay. Hooper just wants to have it checked. On-field decision is a try. It's why I paid a fortune to watch a Welsh B team get stuffed by the All Blacks last week. Just a bloody cash grab. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's look. Let's be honest. Outside of an actual trophy, like the Six Nations competition or Rugby Championship or the World Cup, that's all the internationals are. They're just a series of tests, which in football or soccer or whatever you want to call it, terms would be international friendlies. It's just a cash grab. Just a way to make some more money. Yep, stick with the on-field decision. It's a try. It's insane how many tier 2 teams New Zealand ran through this year. I want them to play Portugal. I want them to play Portugal next. You see Portugal yesterday beat Canada. Let's go Portugal. Right, Finn Russell to add the 2, and he's gonna get it. But we are about 30 seconds behind ball tracking as usual. So yeah, New Zealand have turned into the Harlem Globetrotters this year, haven't they? They're just playing any old hillbilly team. Cost us £700 for an Airbnb for the weekend. Wow, how many of you? £700 each. You may as well have gone and stayed in the fancy Welsh hotel. Notifications flying in left, right and centre on Twitter. What's going on here? Oh, everybody getting excited about Scotland. Good. Love to see Scotland do well a little bit, because they've had a long time in the wilderness, Scotland. Like, they've been the whipping boys for far too long, and they shouldn't have been. Right then. Ali Price sticks that up in the air, and Callaway will take that comfortably. No, 4 of us. Big old house. Still, £700 across 4 people. That ain't cheap. Like, you could have got a travel lodge for less than that, surely. Right, anyway. Australia on the march. Using their forwards. Nice use of the forearm from the Scottish prop. As is brought to ground. And Ali Price knocks it on. And it will be... That's cheeky. Well, I mean, look, it's how you play the game, is it not? Yeah, Ali Price just can't quite cling on to it under pressure from James O'Connor. And it's borderline deliberate, you know. It's gone at it with one hand, and he's gone at it hand down. Ooh, could argue that's a slap down, yellow card. So 25 minutes of play. Scotland 7, Australia 0. 8 of us in here, 7 likes. We've got 15 minutes to get those 3 more likes for the 10. That's cheeky. Fiji, Tonga, Italy, USA. Yeah, no, it's not exactly they're not exactly, and they're taking their first team as well, aren't they? They're not taking like the Shags. They're taking the full noise team. It's like a dick swinging competition, isn't it? It's like, just let's have a look at how big my dick is. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Right then. Don't forget, of course, if you enjoy a watch along, by the way, don't forget, of course, this isn't to replace. I'm not here to replace the game. If you can't watch it, I mean, I will do if nobody's chatting. I'll commentate. But I'll bring you the action and stuff. But it's supposed to be here to supplement the game, like. Supposed to feel like we're having a chinwag in the pub. The All Blacks posted on their Facebook page about how they broke their record for the most points scored in a single season. Oh, for fuck's sake. Did they really boast about that? Jesus. I mean, it's a bit like football, right? So in England, Wayne Rooney holds the record for the most goals scored for England. He never scored in a Euros or a World Cup. But he scored shitloads against countries like Albania, where half their squad are plumbers. Anyway, Scotland get the penalty from the scrum, and there's massive celebrations, and they've kicked for the line out, and Ali Price will move that away into midfield, where they find Matt Fagerson. Finn Russell got a bit missing for Ali Price, and he has to look for him, and finds him, then Darcy Graham, who puts a chip in over the top, and there's a bit of a tangling of ankles, and Kellaway will call the mark. And the other half are organised criminals. Yeah, exactly. £75 to watch Anscombe give Bodie a try in his 100 games. Kiwi to Kiwi bastards. Was it 75 quid a ticket for New Zealand? Fuck. No wonder they couldn't sell them. Did you see that all over Twitter as well? It's like all the Welsh journalists were like desperately trying to get clubs in touch with fans to sell their allocation that they'd brought because they couldn't flog them. Well, I'm not surprised at 70 quid a ticket. Cheap seat. That was cheap seats as well. Jesus. Have a word. Got to pay for that hotel, ain't they? And a penalty to Australia. Everybody's collapsed in over the top. It was a sellout, mate. Yeah, I know it's a sellout. It was a sellout because all the clubs had to buy their tickets first. So, yeah, they sold it out, but the clubs couldn't sell their tickets. So, according to WRU, they hadn't got any allocation left because all the clubs had brought up their tickets, and then the clubs were struggling to sell them. That bloke in the Wales-South Africa game that invaded the pitch and stopped Wales from scoring the winning try. We were talking about him earlier, the big. Got covered in beer on the way out. There's a video. Literally, like, as they were dragging him out of the stadium, all the fans in the front row were just throwing their beer at him. It's genius. There we go. One like away with 10 minutes to... Well, 11 minutes to go. We've got an injury. Who's that? Is that Talapau? Looks like his ankle. Well, right. Okay. They're just having a little debate on the comms now about, is it Schoeman or Schumann? There you go. Let's put it to you. Schoeman or Schumann? 1 for Schoeman, 2 for Schumann. Pop your answer in the chat. The big don't, mate. He has to be dead by now, please. I was punching my screen. And apparently, he's in the pub afterwards, and he's got handed a £20 note. Gary McAnally, welcome in. Schumann. Well, apparently, according to the commentary team, the correct South African pronunciation is Schoeman. Who knew? But we all call him Schumann, and nobody cares because he's Scottish. He loves his kilt. By a Bok. Probably. And, there's a kick into the corner. It's bouncing awkwardly for Darcy Graham, and Kellaway gets him under pressure and done pretty well in the end to get to ground and secure ball as Scotland under pressure through their forwards now. Actually, yeah, it's 1. 2 would be the German pronunciation. Can't remember what I said now. Did I say Schoeman was 1? Or Schumann? Orcs. I think I said Schoeman. Who cares? Let's move on. Right. Where are we at? What have we got? So it's 7-0, 30 minutes on the clock. Nice little bit of loop-in play from Australia. Find a little bit of space in the backfield and put Darcy Graham under huge amounts of pressure. But Scotland didn't exit very well. And Australia on the march forward, just 7 metres out. There's an Australian cricketer called Marnus Labuschagne. Yes, there is. He had a fabulous tour of England in the last Ashes. He was the bane of my life for 3 months. And clearing out past the breakdown, Australia balls it up again. They were in to score, but Roman Poit says, no. The proper South African pronunciation is Labuschagne. Yeah, okay. It's Labuschagne. We're going with Labuschagne. He's a bit of a pretty boy, though, so could we call him a half Sheila? Is that allowed? Or is that misogynistic? But no Saffers say Labuschagne. I don't know. I just went with whatever Nasser Hussain said. And Scotland then with the line out, and they spin it wide to Darcy Graham on the far touchline, and he's bundled into touch. So great defence from Australia to use the sideline, and wow. Oh, and they've played it quick. No, it's been marked. It's been marked. Oh. Also, the T20 Championship has been entertaining. Which one? The Big Blast, the IPL, what's the other one? The Blast over here. And Australia then kick downfield. It was taken back. Oh, it bounces in a perfect spot. That's a great nudge. It's going to be... No, it isn't. It's carried back. I mean, it's a great nudge. Oh, the World Cup. Ah, sorry. Yeah, of course, the World Cup. Yeah, it has been good. England have been absolutely firing. Oh, I've got no idea what's going on here. The commentary team are calling one thing. Roman Poit's calling something else. I mean, it's no different to any other Roman Poit performance, to be honest. The commentary team say, oh, well, that would be called back. And then they go, oh, no, he hasn't. So, 7 minutes left. 1 like away. Australia have a line out on the 10. Is that Matt Cardy on the sideline? Trying to organise Roman Poit. It's an impossible job. 21 votes on the poll. 52% of you think Scotland are going to win this. 48% think Australia. I will say, Australia have had the better go of it in the second period of the first half. Advantage coming for Australia. And I tell you what, the crowd have been silenced by the way Australia have played in the last 20 minutes. That's England and Wales cricket team with an Irish captain. You best believe it. The ECB's always been England and Wales. But yes. Oi, let's not talk about fuck's sake. Let's not talk about where people are born. Like, it doesn't matter in sport anymore, does it? It doesn't matter in sport anymore. I mean, look at Scotland. I think they've got 12 starters that weren't born in Scotland. England got a couple of Saffers in there. Wales, I don't think Faletau was born in the valleys. I could be wrong. But I don't think Faletau was born in the valleys. He was. Was he? I don't know. Talupe Faletau. Was he born in Wales? No, Macca was, though. Probably. And what about Anscombe? Anscombe definitely wasn't born in Wales. Look, with half of these countries, right, all you've got to do is send your nan over and have a cup of tea with a local and you qualify. It's ridiculous. Hooper is there! Where did that come from? I mean, they're about 7 metres out, just rolling. We got fisticuffs. Vunipolas were, and he's their cousin. Ah. Right, we're going to have a look. We're going to have a look here. I think this is a double movement, if I'm honest. Let's have a little goosey gander. Wow. Oh, we got a red card potentially on our hands here from the clear out. Yeah, that's a double movement. I think we've got a red card on our hands here for the clear out. Yeah, that's a punch in the face. That's a punch in the face from Latoa. And then Hooper drives with his knee off the floor. So Matt Fagerson takes one in the smush. And then Xander Fagerson, his brother, is like, well, I'm not having any of this, so I'm just going to grab Hooper's face. So I don't know what's going to go on here. We could have a couple of reds. Wow, I don't think Xander Fagerson's one will be a red. I think, if anything, it'll be a telling off. But, what the hell's Duplessis doing? Duplessis, right, they're having a bit of a huddle in the chat. Duplessis there with his iPhone, just filming it. He's like, yeah, don't mind me, boys. Don't mind me. I was shocked Matt Stevens was the South African. Is he? His arms out. Oh. It's the glancing blow on the chin that they're looking at. Looks like a punch. Revenge for 2015. Yeah. Whether he's coming out for a clean out or not, that's direct contact with the head with force and intent. Closes his fist. Clearly on the head with a swinging arm. Wait, what? Denied the try, yes. And he said, yes! Hooper, what a legend. Right, here's what's just happened. Okay, so, try's going to get ruled out. He's given a yellow card. Oh, what? Are we freezing? Let's have a look. I haven't dropped any frames. Oh, no. So, basically, it's a swinging arm, direct contact with the head, so he's given a yellow card. He's told Hooper what's going to happen, and he said, look, it's out of my hands, it's not my decision. And he's gone, but you're the ref, of course it's your decision. Genius. Genius. Right, 4 minutes left on the clock. 9 likes on the stream. No, the game stream. Oh, okay, flashing. 4 minutes left on the game. On the half. 9 likes on the stream. Can we get to the 10 that we called out? Can we get there? 14 of you bad boys in here. Yellow card for Australia. He's a bit perplexed, but he's punched a guy in the face. He's got away with one, to be honest. Could have easily been a red. What are we doing on the poll as well? 23 votes on the poll. 57% of you in the Scottish camp. 43% in the Australia camp. As Ashman Holds this at the back of the maul, and he's starting to get dragged in and is able to get it away to Ali Price, who goes on it alone before finding... Oof. Sam Johnson gets absolutely slapped, and maul is called. I think maul was called. Yeah, it was. And just seconds before he gets his knee down. Oh, let's go! 10 likes. We did it. You guys are unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's amazing. Thank you so much. It really does help out the stream as well. And we've regained our lost sub as well. So whoever that was, thanking you. Right, Tupu is on. I know that's not how you say it. 11. Woo! Woo! We are moving mad today. Right, Rob Valentini goes off. And on comes Tupu. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but I just like to say Tupu. Bit like I like to say Exeter Queefs instead of Exeter Chiefs. That's my new one, by the way. I like that. Okay. Right then. Of course, we are here most weekends, by the way, with our streams. So if there's a game you want to watch, why not join the Discord? You can join the Discord from the link in the description and let us know. If there's a game you want us to do, we can see if we can do it. If I'm available to do it, I'll do it. Advantage for Australia from the scrum. Hang about. He said advantage blue. And he's holding out his arm to Australia. And then Matt Fagerson dives on the ball, and we'll have a penalty to Australia. Man, we will not hear the end of the yellow card discourse. What? It should have been a red. It borderline should have been a red. He punched a man in the face. Oh, I know. Look, if this was South Africa, yeah, that would have been a whole conspiracy against that World Rugby have it in for South Africa. And, if we win this, I see what you mean. Yeah. Oh, Jordi Bataya. What's going on here? He's going off. He doesn't look happy. Oxford Quins versus Banbury Bulls. I mean, if you've got footage, I'll do it. When is it? Jordan Bataya is notoriously injury prone. Oh, is he? It's not what we want to see. Right. James O'Connor having another little stab at goal. He hasn't hit the target yet. I do like... Right. I like this new Australian kit. It's weird that they're sponsored by Cadbury, though. It just doesn't look right. I mean, I don't know why. It should look perfectly fine. Anyway, this one slides on through. And, well, he hasn't done a great job of running down the clock there, because we have got 30 seconds left. So the first kick he took way too long over. That kick he just sort of stepped up and slapped it, and we've got 30 seconds left on the clock. Right. And there we go. So that will be the half. Cadbury's sponsor is borderline wrong. It's weird, isn't it? It just don't make a lot of sense to me. But there you go. Right. Half time. Scotland 7, Australia 3. One in the bin as well for Australia. Could have quite easily been a red, but somehow they have survived. Let me know what you think about that first half as well. I'm just going to find just some stats very briefly because I need a wee wee. I need to drain the main vein, but I'm not going to leave you for too long because yeah, because I don't want to. I want to have a chat. I want to get involved. I want to get amongst today. I am up for it. I feel like I haven't streamed for ages, or streamed properly for ages. Have we got any stats on the game? Preview, team sheets, venue. No, that's annoying. We'll have to use this instead. Right. There we go. Those are our stats. Right. There you go. Okay, we're going to take a short break. And I'll be back in just a jiffy after I've had a wee wee. Right, we are back. Let's just give this a wiggle round. Okay, half time. Welcome back in. 7-3 is the score on the doors. All the chat in the half time is about this. About this try. So if we can, I'm going to have a little goosey gander at it. There we go. That's what we want. Right. So here it is. And basically what happens is they've set... Oh, let's see. Have I got the mouse? Yeah, I have. Got the mouse working. So they've set this pod here at the back. Card gate. We'll talk about card gate. There isn't a clip at the minute on Twitter for me to find, but we will talk about it in a second. But first of all, we're going to talk about this try. So they've set this pod at the back, and this pod will jump beautifully. But what you can see here is they've also set their front pod as well. So they've gone into a 2-pod system, and that 2-pod system has been put in place to try and trick Australia. But they've done a clever job of just stepping back a metre to ensure that it goes backwards, and as a result they can drive on through, and the ball doesn't go back until the Australians latch into them all. So it's not a truck and trailer, and it is legal. Just some referees might have given that for latching though. So interesting. Right. Okay. Card gate. Love the commentary. South African, but my Scottish ancestry. Have you got... Welcome in, Tyrone. Have you got an abscess? What? I'm guessing you mean ancestry. I'm taking a piss. I'm sorry. Welcome in, buddy. Abscessry. Yeah, I've got a terrible history of abscesses. I'm just seeing how like one cheek looks like Desperate Dan. Bless your little heart. welcome in. I apologise for taking a piss. Yeah, that's how you get more subs. You take the piss out of the people that come in. Welcome in. Okay. So card gate. What are we saying? Let me see if I can find a clip of it. Nobody's put a clip of it up yet, which is weird, because normally Twitter would be all over this by now, but so far absolutely nothing. I wonder why. What's that? It's mad. What the hell is that? There's some bloke just with a samurai sword on a treadmill, just running around. What am I seeing? That's mental. Okay, Twitter, man, get so distracted with Twitter, can't you? Yeah, nothing on. No clips on the card yet. Which is a bit weird. You'd have thought they'd have had a few by now. But there we go. Lots of talk about South African, how the South Africans were so hard done by the referee yesterday. Tyrone, what is it with Safa fans, Tyrone? Why can't you just be happy that we're playing some rugby? I'm not saying you as an individual. I'm just saying you as a stereotypical collective. Yeah, there's no clip of the card. Right, basically, he smacks the guy in the face with his fist. He glances his chin. I think if he'd have got a cleaner connection. What? What are you wanting at? What have I done now? Oh no. Yeah, basically he clips his chin and gets a yellow card for it. I think the end result is fair. Hard done by, for fuck's sake. Oh, have you not seen Twitter flashing? go and have a look at some of the South African fans on Twitter. There is a massive conspiracy theory that they've got. And I'm not saying this is individuals. I'm just saying that there are a few, let's call them influencers on the old tweet machine. And they're basically saying that there's this massive World Rugby conspiracy against South Africa. Here we go. No, rock and roll. I want the other clip. Right, okay. Well, we've got a GIF to look at. Have we? No, I don't think we have. What? They sent a drunk fan on the pitch to stop Wales scoring? Hey, wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. I'll tell you what, let's have a look at this anyway. Right. Let's see what you think of this. All right, we're having a look at this here. This was in the aftermath of the yellow card. So this is Matt Ferguson's brother, Xander Ferguson, who just does a little grab of nose and face. Rock and Roll Rugby. And if you don't listen to Rock and Roll Rugby, by the way, get involved. They're on all good podcast platforms. It's a great pod. Full of fun. That's a conspiracy theory. Oh, man. But yeah, what do we think of this? Is this a sending off these days? I mean, it's not near his eyes. I mean, look, all he's done is he's put a little bit of chloroform on his gum shield and he's saying, have a sniff of this, brother. That's all that's happened there. That's all that's gone on there, isn't it? Right, anyway, back to the action. Okay, Scotland coming out of the tunnels. Let's have a little look at the old poll, shall we? 29 votes on the poll. 52% of you think Scotland are going to cling on to this win. 48% of you still holding out hope for the Aussies. By the way, any updates on the logistics? Oh, logo redesign. I like the one we got. What's wrong with the one we got? You did this. I love this. At first look, I thought my Pimpy try was good. Then TMO called offsides. But if you look at going in slow-mo, which the TMO did, then the guys that chased the kick were onside and the rest retreated. Somebody's been watching Taz. Somebody's been watching Taz. I think that... I can't remember exactly what the wording was now, but I think the guys that were offside, because the kick was so short, they still interfered with play. There was something like that. The big, I made a new one that didn't use the Pornhub colours a while back. Oh, did you? I must have forgotten about that. Okay, I'll have another look at them. I'll have a scroll back and find them and have a look. Thank you, buddy. Right. Scotland off the kick-off, enter from the side, and instantly Australia get a penalty. And, wow. They were in the 22 as well. I sent it on the Discord. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I will have a little goosey gander. Of course, if you're not in the Discord and you'd like to be in the Discord, then come and join the fun. Pretty much nothing happens there, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. But why not join the fun? Let me go and get the link. As what we're saying. Advantage is over and Scotland pick up the ball. Foster's not showing who you want to win then. Well, look, let's get real for a second. No respectable Australian drinks Foster's. There we go. No respectable Australian drinks none of that Foster's. Kangaroo piss is what they call it. Okay, Australia on the charge. Vanguard puts a massive pass in, and Darcy Graham tries to claim it and gets absolutely clattered. Knock on. Darcy Graham eventually makes his way through to... I'm not a respectable Australian and I don't drink Fosters. No, there you go. Right then, second half, by the way. Second half means we're going big. We're going big. We're going for 20 likes. So we're going to get to 20 likes in this half. Another 10. Is it even doable? Is it even doable? 10 of us in here at the minute. Can we get to 805 subs as well? 5 subs and a half? That would be a big ask as well, wouldn't it? But we'll see. We'll see. If you want to join the Discord as well, I've put the link in the chat. Feel free to join the Discord. Yeah, and chat amongst yourselves. I do. We do have a little bit of chat every now and again, but I'm probably not as active as I should be in there. Right. Anyway, what have we got going on here? We've got a Scottish scrum, I think. No, it's an Australian scrum. No, it is a Scottish scrum. What am I seeing? Why are Australia lining up like it's an attacking back line? How weird. Right, okay. Oh, it's a sloppy scrum, but Ali Price gets in the way. And whoa! Sam Johnson's just killed. Yeah, he's just killed Tupu. What are we seeing? Sam Johnson has just killed Tupu. Oh, he's not in a good way. Oh, no. Totally agree. Played cricket in the UK with Aussies, and they will not drink it in Oz. Only in the UK. As he said, they export the best overseas. Really? Oh, well, I tell you what. Sam Johnson's cut an awesome hard line back in. He steps James O'Connor, and Tupu comes rushing in, and he's just bounced his face off his shoulder and has been absolutely rocked. And then as he's got up, he's fallen over. He's staggering all over the place. Oh. Hey, there's a lot of him to run into as well. So, still got one in the bin. So, who's coming on now? Angus Bell's coming on. And Latoa is still off for his sin bin. But Tupu can barely walk in a straight line. He's being carried straight down the tunnel. Oh. Yeah, I don't think he's passing that HIA. He's done. He'll be done. There's a reason you stay down and you hold your shoulder. Look, that's not a good idea. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you've got a head injury, let somebody know. But back in the day, that's how you used to get away with getting past your head injury on a Saturday afternoon. Before anybody had major concerns about concussion. Right, what's the poll saying? We've got a scrum for Australia at the minute. 30 votes, 53% Scotland, 47 Australia. It's still down as a tight game, and 11 likes on the stream. Let's go. Here you go, Australia. Nick White. Oh, it's a gaping hole. It's a gaping hole. Oh. Oh, the blindside flanker's in. Is that Aota? Leota? I can't remember. Oh. Oh, that's a different gravy, that try. Open door. That gap was wider than my mother's knees. Jesus. Great play from Nick White. Just clocks the hole. Great work. Fights through the first tackle and before he goes down, and then Nick White just picks up, takes a couple of steps to his right, and just drops the ball in the hole for Australia to go through and over the line. And the conversion is good. James O'Connor, 2 from 3. Wow, it's a 3-point game. And I tell you what, Australia have scored all 10 points with 14 men on the pitch. This could be carnage in the second half. This could be absolute carnage in the second half when they've got 15 back. Rob Leota is the scorer. 13 likes on the stream. Oh, I wonder if we're going to see a swing on the pole. We'll give it a few minutes. I wonder if we're going to see a swing on the pole. Welcome in if you're new, by the way. Do drop us a little line, say hi. Gary McAnally, that man needs a haircut. That haircut's his flesh. He's built different. He's trying to get an extras part in Knight Rider, isn't he? Right. Bell goes off and on comes Valentini, and the yellow card has been restored. Oh, the kick bounces Finn Russell not once but twice, and Stuart Hogg no, it's not. It's Matt Ferguson will have to carry up and do some heavy lifting as Graham on the wing. Only got about a metre to work in, but manages to get to deck successfully before Schumann carries up, or Schumann. Matt Ferguson with another carry up then. Good front football for Scotland. As it goes out to Hogg, out the back door for Johnson. There's space. Will it be Ali Price? Oh, he's clobbered on the 5 metre line. Oh, just couldn't get the options away. And Price then looking for Finn Russell. Matt Ferguson spills it, knocks it on. Oh, 3 metres out, and Scotland look like they're about to score, and Australia will clear their lines through O'Connor deep into touch. And Finn Russell having a bit of a shove on the coach. And apparently, you could hear on the mics, I didn't hear it, but Finn Russell screaming to allow them to exit. Recognised that they were in a tight angle, deep in their own 5 metre line, and didn't want to give away another stupid penalty. Wow, there's nothing on really for Ali Price there as he stormed forwards. But yeah, great play from Scotland. It's just a shame that Matt Ferguson couldn't hang on to that. Oh, a bit of a late shot on Finn Russell as well. And then Finn Russell, Duplessis trying to prevent the quick one by trying to catch the high ball that's or the exit, and Finn Russell just puts a little nudge in on his back and saying, "Not a chance, son. Chill your beans, will you? You retired, mate." A bit naughty though from Duplessis there. Shouldn't be interfering with the ball. Shouldn't be trying to catch it. So, fair play to Finn Russell. Respect that. But we have got a Australia. I don't know why Australia had a scrum on their own 5 there. Not entirely sure, but Nick White will box away, and Xander Ferguson trying to charge him down and catches a leg, and Nick White gives him a little shove on the floor before helping him up to his feet. And we will now have a Scotland line out. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And TMO's just stepping in here just to say, oi, calm it down a little bit, will you? Hope you're going to do the Box and Scotland game next week. I get a lot of flack when I cover box games, if I'm honest. And I can't be arsed with the drama. But let's have a look. When is it? Hand was on the face again. Yeah, I know. But there's no conspiracies here. There's no conspiracies here. Rugby kickoff. By the way, if you don't use Rugby kickoff, what you're doing, it's like the best website there is. Scotland South. I'll be at a game, mate. I'll be playing. So I won't be doing Scotland South Africa because I will be playing. It's 1 o'clock on Saturday. Might just get. We'll definitely do France Georgia and Wales Fiji. Might even able to squeeze in England Canada. Don't know. Right, Will Skelton's prepping to come on. Ham's on the face again. I think it's just going to be one of them things in this game, isn't it? It's just going to be allowed to go a little bit. Seamus McShane, thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I love that. I really do appreciate it. It's madness how much love we've been getting on the channel. So thanks for the sub, man. Right. Yeah, sorry Tyrone, won't be able to do the Scotland Saffers game because I will be at my own game. I play on a Saturday. Ireland, New Zealand, mate. Forget your game. Ireland, New Zealand would be an absolute. That's going to be an absolute drubbing. Yeah. Penalty to Scotland. Too much niggle. The referee is not enjoying the niggle. Did Canada get done by Portugal yesterday? You best believe. You best believe. Portugal, not spanking, but beating Canada. I tell you what, that's pretty embarrassing. Stuart Hogg trying to organise it and just having a little. Tom Wright just having a little slap at the ball and trying to disrupt things, and ended up giving away the penalty. Ashman goes to the front, and it's straight into the back, and Price gets absolute. Was that Price or was that Matt Fagerson? I think it was Matt Fagerson again. And he's been absolutely mullered. I'm a bot, but damn, the Scots have a nice attacking flair. I know it was Ali Price that's been mullered. And then Scotland all off their feet, and it's going to be a penalty to Australia. Scotland do have nice attacking flair. But it's so inconsistent, it's unreal. So, Australia able to clear their lines to roughly about halfway. 13 likes on the stream. Heading towards our goal of 20 by full time. And what we're saying on the old poll, 55% of you now think Scotland are going to win this game. And so Australia got the maul going, and Scotland players all screaming, use it. Trying to, and they get away with it, and Darcy Graham marks that kick. Just commentary team just saying Really struggling with continuity. Not really getting past 2 or 3 phases. And the penalty kick... the mark doesn't find touch. So James O'Connor will fire this back downfield on the opposite side. And Hogg finds it. And puts a massive boot through it. And it's a bit too long. And Kellaway will return that. And Van der Merwe, he ain't kicking nothing. He ain't kicking nothing. He's just going to run at it. And, it could have been a mistake there, but they just about get away with it. And Finn Russell then. Over the top. Oh, ho, ho! Oh, what a nudge. What a nudge. It's a 50-22. And, it's literally just over the top of... Who's that? Is that Kellaway? Just over the top of his head, and it's just an awkward bounce, and wiggles into touch. And Scotland now try and get them all going backwards to start with as Ashman comes to join, and then it starts to go towards touch. Oh, here we go. Van der Merwe heading for the corner. Great tackle from Nick White. Absolute Jack Russell tackled him on his ankles, and then Mish. Offside advantage coming. Skinner carries up. Scotland got a little bit of oomph about them. Finn Russell gets the offload out of the tackle. Gilchrist. Oh, this is fucking amazing. Darcy Graham then picks up the offload. 5 metres out. Little pick and goo. Come on, Scotland. And there's huge space out wide. Oh, Hogg's thrown an interception. And they're away. Oh, but they're coming back for the advantage. Oh, oh my pickle. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's getting tight on the poll. 51% now think Scotland. 21 of us in here. How we doing, people? Talk to me. Java is in. Welcome in. I forgot. I didn't realise. I just read the comment. I didn't read the name. My bad. Welcome in, Java. 15 likes on the go. Let's go. This has been an amazing stream today, man. So often I do a stream, right? And you'll have like 15 people in here. And you'll get like, hi. And that's the only thing they'll say for the whole stream. It's mad. I'm guessing they've just got me on for the commentary or something. But yeah, no, it's funny. But the chat today has been great. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for getting involved. It's been great fun. So far, don't stop. Don't all go silent now on me trying to prove a point. Right, so Alatoa is going off for a HIA now. So he's had 10 minutes off for a yellow card. Now he's going to have another 10 minutes off for a HIA, and then he's probably going to get subbed off anyway. That's because there are Saffers in the Scottish side, Java. Oi. Let's not start this. Gary, settle yourself, Gary. Don't be that guy. Saffers B team. Fleshing, man. What, you talking about Sale Sharks? Fleshing, you talking about Sale Sharks or Scotland? Right. 5 metre scrum. Duhan van der Merwe. Just teasing us all on that blind side. All on his own. Tell you what. It has gone fresh in the pavilion today. Got a little blow heater on to keep things warm. We're going to have to do some insulation works in here, I think. Penalty coming for Scotland, and Nick White's all over Ali Price. And Van der Merwe, he was on the blind side and he's rocked around to the open side. And now they look to spin it wide. Hogg tries to go it alone and spills it forward. We're coming back for the penalty. This is the most fun channel to watch. You know how to interact with your followers. Java, cheers, man. I appreciate that. Same thing, or Munster. Oh, mate. I don't think there's anybody left in South Africa. Like, they're all here, playing in the Prem and the URC. Right. 5 metres out. Australia are set. Schumann setting up like he wants to go a little tap and go and wants to have a little rumble in the jungle. And some sensible second rower said, shut your front door. We're having a scrum. So we're having a scrum. And France. Yes, they're all over there as well. They're fucking everywhere. How can there be a World Rugby conspiracy against South Africa when they're all over the world? That would mean that all rugby has to be shit. Right, Scotland, another penalty advantage from the scrum. Little short ball to Van der Merwe. They're just using him as an extra blindside flanker there as Gilchrist carries up 3 metres out. Here we go. Is it going to be? If that's a try, that's a fucking amazing try. In the corner, he's had to dive. Natal Sharks, Sale Sharks, both are Safa's teams. Is it Natal or is it Cell? I can't even say it. Cell C Sharks. Ulster 2. On-field decision is a try. We're going to check the touch. He's rose. He's a prop that's rose like a salmon to get that in. What are we saying? Azalit lifts his feet. Oh! Oh, what a finish! Oh, fetch me a sock. Fetch me a sock. That is a try. That's try of the weekend. Instantly. He's rose like Johnny May against Italy, but in prop form. My last boss was South African. Best boss I ever had. But he was full of conspiracy bollocks. They all are, mate. Stereotypically, of course. Not all of them. There are exceptions to every rule. South Africans love a conspiracy theory, man. The most paranoid people I've ever met are South Africans. Everybody's out to get them. But they're lovely people. Stop unsubscribing. Please. Is that Ashman? Ashman. What? Ashman, what a try. Cell C is just the sponsor. Oh. NATO is the province. Finn's pushed it wide. So it's a 2-point game. Scotland 12. Australia 10. It's the Dutch in them. I don't know, man. Half of them are calling for the Spanish Inquisition. Right. Where are we at? Where are we at? 20 minutes to go. 4 likes required. Oh, it's tense. It's tense. I don't know if we're going to do it. There's only 16 of us in here. On the polls, 54% for Scotland. 46 for Australia. We've got a couple of changes. The try scorer, Leotoa, is coming off. What a lid. And Matt Fagerson has a little run up inside his own 22 from the kickoff. What do you think should happen to the Welsh fan that helped lose the game? Hang him. No, Jesus Christ, no. Look, it should be banned. It should be banned from all all sporting events. Simple. And I think that World Rugby should investigate the WRU for their security issues. At least it's not raining. Well, that is a change for Scotland, who just conceded the line out. Bundled into touch. Yeah, no, I think... tell me what you think, guys. But I think ban from all professional sporting events and for life. And the WRU should be investigated for their security. You've only got to look at how toxic Twitter got over the summer with the British and Irish Lions in South Africa to realise that it's not a case of if some idiot runs on the pitch with a weapon and does something terrible. It's when. Because there's no security. You can... Like, people were all over Twitter yesterday bragging about how they got a can into the ground. Well, if you can get a can of beer into the ground, you can sure as hell get a knife into the ground. And if you can get a knife into the ground and have as easy access to the pitch as that, well, something's going to go fucking wrong. Can't stand the WRU, but that wasn't normal for a game there. No, I get that the Principality probably got very strict security protocols, but I think is it Javro that does the sneaking into places, into sporting events, venues like Principality, like Twickenham, like Wimbledon, Wembley, you name it, should be employing people like Javro to try and get in a team photo, should be employing them to try and get onto the pitch, find the security holes and fix them, because it's not safe, and it's happening more and more and more. I mean, it was only a couple of years ago, just before COVID, that there was a championship football game between Birmingham City and Aston Villa, and a fan got onto the pitch and punched Jack Grealish in the head. So, what if he had a knife? Right, anyway, Scotland on the march through Chris Harris, up over halfway. 17 likes on the stream. Are we going to make it? Australia get the penalty. Hold it on. Oh. Ban for life, named and shamed. Amen, Seamus. Amen. Right. Not able to get the release away, so Australia will move the chains down the field. While we've got a pretty busy stream, and a lot of you are already subscribers anyway, here's something that was proposed to me. I've been asked to do a Super Bowl stream. Is that something we want? Are we into the NFL? Do we want a Super Bowl stream in February? I'm happy to do it if we want it. But yeah, I'll put it to you guys. The big no. Fair enough. Flesh and no, that's fine. That's sorted that one out, isn't it? Right. NFL is diet rugby. I like NFL, to be fair. I do enjoy a bit of NFL on a Sunday night. Remember Piet from Poch, who tackled David McHugh at Kings Park against the All Blacks? I don't remember it, Tyrone, but if you say it happened, it happened. Gary McNally, no. Right, we ain't doing the Super Bowl. Super Bowl can suck dick. Right. Cricket or football would be great. What, we want a bit of cricket? I can do a bit of cricket. Should we do the T20 final? We can do the T20 final. Yeah. Alright, we'll do the T20 final. Well, I'm saying we'll do the T20 final. I haven't even looked at my diary. But we'll try. We'll see if we can make it work. When is it? Right. Penalty for Australia. Pretty much straight in front. About 35 metres out. Sunday the 17th of October. Sunday the 14th of November. Next weekend. Don't think I've got anything on next weekend. I'm going to guess it's going to be a 1:30 start, isn't it? £6 p.m. We can manage that. We can manage that. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, we can do that. T20, yes please. Flesham, my wife has American family. Your poor wife. I'm joking. The kick is good. So it's a 1-point game and Australia lead by 1, 13-12. By the way, what position do you play? Right. It's a bit of a complicated one, this one. But I will give you an answer. Perfect, says Flesham. So basically, for the team I currently play, so I tore both my ACLs 7 years ago, and retired playing and took up coaching. But then I fancied a little trundle out this year. I missed it over the years. So I traditionally played 15 before I tore my first ACL. Then when I came back, I was too fat, so they moved me to flanker. Now I play 4 through to 15, but normally 15. But yeah, I play it everywhere. Right then. Harris spills it backwards to Ashman. Got away with that one, and then he's bundled into touch, so no gains. So there we go. Right. Couple of changes in the backs for Australia. Beale comes on. What's the team? The team, I play for Dunstablians, but pro rugby, I'm a Newcastle Falcons fan. So my sock got filled yesterday with that 15-14 win over Exeter Queefs. I still coach. I just coach Colts team now for another club, Luton, which is a bit contentious because Luton and Dunstable are sworn enemies. In fact, there is a giant 5-foot wooden spoon that the two teams play over once a year. Exciting stuff, isn't it? Been played that game's been played since the 50s as well, so it's pretty cool. 3 likes to go for 20. Can we get there? 14 minutes on the clock. 16 of us in here. I think I might have exhausted this one now. What the poll's saying? The poll's saying 51-49. How are we getting on towards 805 subs for the day as well? We're 4 away. All is horrible. Sorry. ACL is horrible. Done both knees. Yeah, me too, mate. It's awful. They say the pain is worse than or as bad as childbirth. And I am down with that. I've never experienced anything like that. 19 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Can we get one more? Can we get one more? 801 on the subs as well. We're 4 subs away from that 805 target for the stream. That would be amazing if we could pick up a couple of little subbies. Scotland get a penalty! Just inside the 10. Scrum penalty. Goes down. Oh yeah, you're in Luton area. Not far from me. Not far from you, Flesham. Where are you? I think we've talked about this before. Whereabouts are you at? Where are you at? Are you Biggles? Have I got... Are you Biggleswade? Or am I just talking out my arse? Bit of hinging and Matt Fagerson like an absolute boost. Cheering away. Oxford. Oh, yes, you are. Yeah. Scrum penalties. Here's a fun fact for you. 1 against Scotland, 4 against Australia. And Finn Russell lines this up. It's going to go through. It's going to go through. It's going to be a 2-point game again. What a game of rugby this has been. I mean, it's been shit. But it's been tense. It stayed close all the way through, and Finn has absolutely dinked that. I mean, the standard has been poo. Oi, how's that man got a can of Magners in the stands? Did you see that? How's he got that in? This is what I mean. How are they getting these beers in? And you can guarantee I take a couple of tins of Guinness with me in a couple of weeks to Twickenham, and I'll have a full cavity search. I might take a couple of tins with me to Twickenham. Get full cavity search for free. I won't have to pay 30 quid for it. I'm joking. Could you imagine? I can't get laid, so I'm going to sneak some stuff in and get a cavity search. Oh God, that's awful. It's not gay if it's not past, if it stays below the knuckle, yeah? Or if you keep your socks on. Right. Here we go. Australia. Oh, that's good hands. Pisani with the juggle. Angus Bell then carries up and it's a slow ball. Good disruption from Scotland as they look to nullify this attack. James O'Connor plays deep. Baby making deep, that one. You're right, this is not a great game. It's not the most prettiest of rugby we've seen. I mean, I think there were more phases in the Wales game yesterday, and that was pissing down with rain. So, I mean, that kind of says it all to you, doesn't it? It's gone backwards, and we've got a steal. Who's out on the floor? And Finn Russell boots this downfield, but Hooper, he's a fucking machine, that man. Hooper works back to collect that, and where was that going to finish? I think that's just going to finish just inside the Australia half for a line out for Scotland. 20 likes! We did it! Let's go! Thank you so much, everybody. That's amazing. That is properly amazing. What are we doing on everything else? 45 votes on the what you call it as well, on the poll. That's mad. That is absolutely mental. You guys, man. Okay, so we've got a change at 9 for Scotland. So off comes Ali Price. And apparently Hooper is a proper rugby player. He is, but without being horrible, he weirds me out a little bit. Like, his eyes are too sunken in his head. It's a little bit odd. It makes me uneasy, and I don't know why. It shouldn't do. It's bad. It's bad of me to say that. I shouldn't say that out loud. Look, people are unliking now. Right. Stolen by Australia. Every tackle he makes, his eyes get closer. It's unsettling, isn't it? It's unsettling. I've moved my camera position from here to up here. I keep looking here for you, but you're not. You're there. Hello, you. Finn Russell controls it with his foot and almost loses it. What? And Farrell doesn't disturb it. Farrell is a constant disturbance. He's just a big man-child. His temper tantrums are next level. But yeah, he's got a big old... Oh! Rushing up for the interception, didn't quite get it. Beale is just picked up. The reason I heard why the roof was not closed against Wales was because of COVID protocols. So the 75,000 in the stadium changed that. Don't know. I would assume, right? If I was Wayne Pivac, I'd be saying shut the roof. Shut the roof. I want, like, that wet weather plays into South Africa's kick game advantage. So I wouldn't want to be kicking the ball around. I wouldn't want it wet where we're looking to struggle under the high ball. So more than likely probably to do with COVID protocols. Right, who we got coming on now? Is that Hastings? Hastings on for Johnson. Ooh. Great game for him. Yeah, Farrell's got a bit of a bug eye, isn't he? He's got one eye looking at you, the other one buying a bag of chips. It is a bit unsettling. That's true. Welsh government said no because of COVID. As Welshmen, how do you feel about the Welsh government's handling of this? Because they seem to be leaving a lot of restrictions on when, like, even Scotland are pulling these restrictions off. It feels a bit of, like, political gain in Wales, doesn't it? It's like, well, it's Labour's only stronghold, so we're gonna just do whatever the opposite to whatever the Tories do. It's odd. It's odd. Right. We're getting it reset. 2 points the lead. 8 minutes. Well, 7 minutes on the clock. And it is a Scotland scrum. Oh, baby, we're getting political. Wow. Look, we're having a chinwag, aren't we? We're having a bit of bants. 27 of us bad boys in here. If you haven't hit the like, it would be amazing if you could. If you don't like it, then fair enough. We're not for everybody here. Yep. Lol. Yeah, if you don't like it, fair enough. If you do, fantastic. Why not go and tickle our sub button? Makes me very happy when you do that. We are 4 away from our little target of 8:05 for the stream. We are on the road to 8:50. Be amazing if you could help us get there. And it's going to be an Australian penalty at the scrum. And a little smile exchange between Roman Poit and Hooper, and he just whispers to Roman Poit there. I like it when we see the same things. We're supposed to show a COVID pass before we went in. Could have shown my gas bill. Jesus. Still the best commentary ever. Oh, nice one. Cheers, man. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Tyron. Not that we're doing much. Where are you going? Right. Here we go. So, Australia with the line out. About 3 metres outside of the 22. Up it goes at the front, and they set them all. Oh, the 48 votes have got this all square 50-50. Rah, could you imagine? How do we get a draw out of this game now? Unconverted try, converted try, isn't it? Unconverted try for Scotland, converted try for Australia would be enough to get this to a draw. Oh, the scenes. The absolute scenes. Paris saying he's round his neck. Oh, I think we're going to come back for this. Roman Poit thinks he was on the ball. And Scotland peel away. Up to the 10. Here we go. Hogg with a little goose step. Oh! George Horn up to the 22 and he survives the first tackle. Hogg comes in. Hastings. Russell with a crossfield. Who's there? Oh, Jesus Christ. He's got a touch like a donkey. And it goes out on the full. Wow. Bayliss and Parisi. I think it was... Wow. Well, he's all over his throat. Wow. 3.5 minutes to go. And now Scotland are deep in... Well, just outside of the 22 with the line out. Maul is set again for Australia and the clock is ticking. Although, any score will do. Any score will do. Is that Gavin Hastings' son? No. I don't think so. And Australia get the penalty over the top. Ashman. Could you imagine? Gavin Hastings' son. I tell you what, he's been active early. If Gavin Hastings doesn't find touch, what are we seeing? And it's a grubber. Oh, James O'Connor just keeps it in. Curtly Beale to score an intercept winner in injury time, and then it's out on the full. The madness. Oh, no. Inside the 22. It is his son. Is it? This John Adam Walker, welcome in, buddy. This is a fun stream. You're great. Cheers, man. Thank you. Seamus, the Southern teams play to the last millisecond. Could be Scotland's downfall. You could be right, mate. Scotland, though, do have the put in at the line out, and they've set them all from it. I tell you what. The quality of this game, right? This isn't going down as a game of high quality in history. But I tell you what, as an entertainment piece, it's been fab. Is it actually? Is Hastings actually Gavin Hastings' son? Or are you pulling my leg? What am I hearing? Gavin Hastings' son. And Scotland get a penalty in at the side. Shut the front door. It is. Can't be early. Hastings played in the 90s. Did he? Wow. Tickle my pickle. Oh, you know, I'm thinking of somebody else. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to shut up. I'm thinking of the wrong Gavin. Might be thinking of the Welsh 10. Oh, shit. What an idiot. I met Big Gav 2 years ago. Did you? What to say something about Curtly that an Aussie told me, but it's so wrong. Say it. Say it. Say it with your balls out, flesh in. We want to hear it now. 43 of us in here. Welcome in, everybody. How are we doing? Christ. 25 seconds left on the clock. Penalty to Scotland and they kick it downfield. What the hell has happened to ball tracking? Oh, let's turn that off. Spoilers. Spoilers, we know what's coming. We know what's coming. We'll leave this ball tracking on for a minute. The clock goes red. Horn fires it into the crowd. It's an amazing victory for Scotland. It's all over at Murrayfield. They have snuck around the back, pulled down Australia's pants and slipped them a touch of Vaseline. Oof! The big, oh well. beer can under the Scottish post. Sorry, it was an Aussie. Oh, no. Oh, what am I hearing? What am I hearing? Wow! I don't think anybody picked this. Fortress Murrayfield holding strong. You best believe. Thank God England haven't got to go there this year. In the Six Nations. We're back at Twickenham this year for it. Oh, what a game of ruggers that was. Like I said earlier, not best quality, but fantastic watch. Really good watch. Thank you so much for joining me for this as well, by the way. It's been awesome. 52 votes on the poll, 22 likes on the stream, 1,286 playbacks. Boyakasha. Word to your mullah. Right. Let's have a little look and see. What have we got? What have we got? Wales, Fiji. How are they getting on? Should we stick around? Should we just stick around for the Wales, Fiji game as well? Oh no, that's next week. That's next week. I've scrolled too far down. Do you know what? It's been a pretty good day. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to jump off here. We're going to jump on over to BT Sports and set up a new stream for the Wasps Harlequins game that starts in 12 minutes. So I will see you over there if you want to join me over there. Do stick around. If you haven't already subscribed, do subscribe. Hit that notifications button as well to be notified when we go live. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's been emotional. And as always, face down, ass up. That's the way we like to ruck.